Maneva na sema PENDREAM TV. PENDREAM TV de osia dem yopo.
We are saying we want to fight corruption in this country. And I'm shocked about the conversation this morning. You have your personal liberty to protect. You have your own freedom to protect. If you decide to give out your freedom, you give it out. If you want to protect it, you protect it. However, the freedom of movement doesn't mean that even if you go to where you are not supposed to go, you still enjoy your freedom. There are limitations. Now, you've been given an office, and you know that the office comes with accountability. If you go there and then you did not open your eye, something goes wrong, and then you are being investigated, and you are talking about personal liberty and freedoms. What are you talking about? We are talking about 55 million Ghana cedis. Not that you need money.
No, I'm not on Nagrat.
UTAC. UTAC, you need money. And you know what 55 million can do for UTAC?
Atu is not paying.
He's not paying because the money has flown somewhere. Are you getting it? So, this issue, you see, people are worried because of misinformation. Yesterday in the morning, everywhere, because Miracle declared to contest, because he declared to contest, that's why we arrested him, and all those kind of things, all ended up as being misinformation. You have been executive secretary to an organization, IMCC, Interministerial Coordinating Committee or so. Are you getting it? And then you were entrusted with public funds to work with. Now, what happened? After the whole show, this same Miracle on this platform where we are sitting here, I heard him, oh, Ora is bogus, Ora is dead, nothing is happening. And Ora said, oh, we'll resurrect. If we were dead, we are going to resurrect.
Director.
And, oh yeah, I am giving you the chronology of this thing. Are you getting it?
So that's the history behind the arrest.
It's not history behind the arrest, but I'm telling you something.
Okay.
Huh?
Yeah.
There can people say, as I want you to and treasure.
Ebesum.
Ebesum too. Are you getting it? So, the current executive secretary, going through the books, saw that there is something missing somewhere. And then he petitioned EOCO to do special auditing on this. So they investigated, and then they got to know that some 55 million were diverted somewhere or stolen or whatever, misappropriated or...
Allegedly.
Yes, allegedly. Let me use the word allegedly. Thank you for that.
It is alleged.
Yes. A statement is out, so I am referring to the statement. So the word alleged is already inside.
It's still alleged. When you go to court, you are alleging.
Yes,
so it's alleged.
Yes, it's alleged. All those people who are in Sawam, they were alleged, but some of them are there, some are free. Are you getting it?
Does the investigative body go to court using alleged?
Yeah.
The investigative body go to court
you are charged until proven guilty or innocent. It's still an allegation. That's why it's called an allegation.
Yeah.
It's an allegation until a court of competent jurisdiction finds guilty or not guilty. It's still an allegation.
Okay, Director.
So let's go by that. It's allegation. So it's alleged that 55 million has been misappropriated, misdirected, misplaced, stolen, whatever. All the ways put together. And then they need to investigate. Thankfully, they got the accountant. And they started the investigation. Until yesterday, did you ever hear that Miracles has been to EOCO before?
No.
Until yesterday. Dr. Tutu. Did you hear that?
No.
No. Kojo, I don't think he heard that Miracle has visited EOCO.
For your information, almost all government appointees have been to EOCO.
No.
I'm telling you, I'm giving you information. Almost all government appointees have been to EOCO.
Take your time. Take your time.
Yes.
Take your time.
Almost all.
Take
have
your
been to
time.
EOCO?
I am just being specific.
Because that's why I was telling you. No, I'm just giving you asked me. I'm giving you
I am
information.
asking that.
It's an answer to
I
what you
say
asked.
miracle, not all government.
Former appointees,
I say
almost
miracle.
all of them have been to EOCO.
Oh, it's okay.
But it was made clear yesterday.
It's okay. It's okay.
Okay.
So until yesterday, nobody knew. Even the party officials, they didn't know. If they knew, they would not go and stand there and say, because he declared intention to contest communication officer. But the chairman, those who declared chairman, who controls the party, was not arrested because of the declaration. How much more communication officer? Even the general secretary. The general secretary.
I think Kojo says he knew Miracle had been going to.
No. He didn't know.
He
didn't know. He didn't know.
Your submission is okay. Don't worry about it.
He didn't know. So your general secretary was the CEO at YA. Has he been arrested?
You didn't know Miracles.
Justin Godia, has he been arrested?
Maybe you can be invited to EOCO. Doesn't mean that you'll be detained or you'll go through the process. That
I'm saying that nobody has even invited him.
Okay.
Who chastised this government more than Anabi? National service scandal that they are doing, has Anabi been invited? Huh? So who is Miracle Aboagye to declare intention so that EOCO will go after him? Look, in this country, it has happened before, severally. I no wonder we'll talk about it. You know what you mean? Those days,
14 years.
under his own government, 2012,
54 million.
a bail condition for Wyoming by EOCO, 54 million Ghana cedis. 54 million.
That wasn't right.
You say?
That wasn't right.
That wasn't right. Did you talk about it?
I was a young man. That time I wasn't on the media.
2012.
Do you know the money for Wyoming was 54 million euro? Do you know that? So if the bill was 54 million Ghana cedis, it wasn't like what MFA was asking. That is it. No, I'm just pointing to something in perspective. MFA asks that, isn't it normally the alleged amount that is given on bail? But you see, EOCO, MFA, what I'm saying is that you are saying that Wyoming was given 54 million. 54 million Ghana cedis.
The amount
is
involved
high,
was higher.
but the amount involved was much higher. That's all the point I'm making. I'm not saying it's right. I'm just putting in perspective that what Wyoming was being investigated for was 54 million euro, not cedis.
Okay.
And Aboagye is being investigated for 55 million cedis. I say 50 million. They've even reduced 5 million from it. 50 million. And you are complaining. 2012, 54 million. Nobody from NPP said, oh, it's too high. Under his own, Wyoming's own government, NDC government.
Maybe it took that particular case in point for us to know that maybe bail conditions should be looked at again.
So MFA, that is
no. The thing is that MFA, you see, once we want to fight against corruption, let us stop this dealing Darlington.
Oh, no.
We should not. Please. Let me make my point. Let me make my point, Doc. Germany, when they decided to fight against corruption, it took them just 9 years. Just 9 years. And Germany, corruption, not even up to 1%. So we should not be pampering alleged corrupt officials. We should not.
So, yes.
That's why I started by saying that you have your own freedom. If you want to protect your own freedom, you can protect it. If you want to give your freedom away, you can give it away.
Yeah, that is it.
MFA, let's look at yesterday I watched the show and everybody on the panel was confused on certain details. And there are these hired people who comment when you're watching these things. A lot of them were commenting, we won't let him leave. Another Kenofreata, no, he's not going to leave. A lot of people thought that Miracle was trying to leave the country when he was arrested. It was only when the letter from EOCO came to clarify that Miracle was actually coming back to Ghana when he was arrested. So then the next question is, hold on, there are three issues. One, you claim that you have invited him and he has come. He is aware that there's an ongoing investigation against him. You have said that you are doing multiple investigations that you have not finished. Then Miracle left Ghana and came back to Ghana. When he came back and landed in Kotoka, somebody felt the need to arrest him. The question is, why? There is nothing against our liberties when it comes to traveling. There is nothing in any law book that says that if you are being investigated, you cannot travel. It is only when the court decides that you are a flight risk and they put measures against your movement and confiscate your passport. A simple investigation on somebody by any investigative body does not stop you from exercising your liberties until a court decides otherwise. EOCO, that's what I'm saying, that, you see, the fear my niece is expressing, it's not the fear of how people having liberties. It's a fear of people being in a dictatorship. Because Miracle came back to Ghana. When he came back to Ghana at the airport, somebody arrested Miracle. When Miracle was now taken to EOCO, guess what? As at last night, the investigation is not ready. Because if investigation was ready, what would be the next step, MFA? To take him to court. You've issued a letter, actually prosecuted him in the public by putting some charges on a paper saying that, oh, these are the things that Miracle is guilty of, right? But you've not taken him to court. You decided you've not taken him to court.
You not use the word guilty.
Well, if you are saying that you are charging, so these are the charges, read the thing. It says these are the charges. If these are the charges...
Because once you're arrested, you're...
No, hold on. No. It doesn't... Well, you see, MFA, I don't think you've been arrested before. Whilst you are... When arrest doesn't necessarily mean that you'll be charged. You can be put on a police inquiry bail. Whilst police...
What would you be put on bail for?
For
what
pending
offense?
further investigation.
For what offense?
Well, anything. Look, if I go to the police station now...
You must be charged with an offense.
No. In Ghana, the minute you enter a police station, you leave with a bail. Do you know that?
For what?
For no reason. If I report you to the police now, I go to airport police station and report that MFA has done this, and the police invites you, you would be bailed out. With the minute police is undertaking an investigation...
What would they be investigating?
The report, what has been reported. I have gone to make a case against you, so it has to be investigated. So you are called in for questioning, right? When you are called in for questioning, to leave, you have to be bailed. Most of the times, you are bailed on your own recognizance. Okay, so you're basically, sometimes, if it's serious, they'll ask someone to come and bail you. If not, they can let you go on your own recognizance because they know where to find you, right? So the point I'm making is that if Miracle is he's not on bail. When he went to EOCO the several times, he was not on bail. He went to EOCO, EOCO let him go pending further investigation. Yesterday, EOCO brought out a letter detailing certain charges and an allegation that he has embezzled a certain amount of money. We were thinking that with that information, the next step is what? Take him to court. He wasn't taken to court. As we speak, he is not being taken to court. Somebody, an individual, one person, have decided to impose 50 million Ghana cedis, 3 sureties, 2 to be justified. On somebody. Yes, an individual.
EOCO is not a person.
It was individed. No,
how?
But hold on. EOCO, the dictate of EOCO is by one person. EOCO is not done by a committee. The dictate is by one person. So the bail condition was set by one individual. It was not set by a committee. So let's not make it look like there's a committee that sat at EOCO and decided. It was one individual that decided that, okay, if you guys want the person to leave, he will leave under these conditions. 50 million Ghana cedis, 3 sureties, 2 to be justified.
But for
what it means, when you ask the question, let me land. It's very important that we educate and let the people know that.
In education, I have a right to inquire further and probe.
Okay,
you agree? I have to.
Okay.
I have to. For bail conditions, it's not, as I have come to understand it, or in my reading to learnings, bail condition is not just from anywhere. Isn't it? It starts from a basic. Isn't it on the basis of what you have been charged?
No.
Though it has an element of discretion.
It shouldn't be.
Why not?
Because
our law.
Okay, so hold on. If it's an alleged, you've not done. You see, that is why I'm saying that we are on a slippery slope of liberties being taken away. If I allege that you've done something, it doesn't mean I have done it.
True.
Right?
Yes.
So if there's an allegation and you want to bail somebody and that person is not difficult to find because Miracle is always on TV and radio, why do you need to put 50 million Ghana cedis, 2 sureties to be justified on Miracle? Why?
Is this opening up a conversation of bail conditions generally, or is Miracle's conditions that's a problem?
Please, listen.
Okay.
The issue, you remember there's a famous saying by Martin Kpebu on TV3. Said, if NPP come into power, we'll be asked to do you know why? Because look, do you know the Kumasi, I can't remember the exact statement, that's why I didn't really repeat it.
I think he said that all of them will be jailed.
Okay. Now, when, you know, the Kumasi, the National Service Secretariat gentleman, you know, he was there for more than 6 weeks. They gave him about, I think, 500 million Ghana cedis.
Did he have a lawyer?
Oh, it went to court. It was the court that varied the bail.
But that's the
point. But my point is that, you see, you are not getting the point, MFA. You see, you are trivializing. You are trivializing. I am trying to explain to you why my 16-year-old. No, hold on. I'm trying to explain to you. A court. Hold on. If EOCO feels they have a case, I'm not scared. Look, rule of law, right? What makes this a democracy beautiful is the court. The court system is to protect our liberties. If somebody now trump on my liberties, my recourse is court.
Yes.
When somebody is trumping on Miracle Aboagye's liberty, now he has to go to court when that person shouldn't have anyway. Why are we trampling on his liberties? Why? Because he traveled? He was in this country, nobody had a problem with him. He was going around the country, nobody had a problem. There is an alleged, let's make it very important. If today, if I was the NDC and their appointees and their ministers, we will all march to the Jubilee House and tell President Mahama that they are worried. Because now, all that it takes is that when you leave a position, the person who takes over has to just put a query on certain things you've done, send it to EOCO, and you cannot travel, and you'll be given 50 million Ghana cedis bail. Okay. That is the precedent that's being set. But MFA, you see, you asked a specific question that I should explain. What am I explaining? Because under normal circumstances, under a democracy, we know how it works. We live in this country for 52 years, right? Look, the excesses of a dictator or dictatorship regime, there are certain good things that are done within that period. But guess what everybody remembers? The civil rights abuse.
What it means is that he himself has accepted that he has taken monies and that he must refund.
That's right.
That's different from if you have been made to pay.
No. So what I'm saying is this, all right? 2 people are being investigated. A process has started between the 2 of them. I don't know when the accountant's investigation started, and then when Miracle's own also started.
I think the statement suggests that they both, it had started from 1st of August 2022 to 2nd February. It didn't separate the 2. I think the 2 were being investigated together.
So it means that it started simultaneously.
I like to think, if I go by the statement.
So we need to probably read meanings into it.
I don't intend to. Why would we want to go beyond the statement?
But you're reading meanings into it by yourself.
No, but there are things that are public knowledge.
Well, but that's what he's also doing.
For example, if you're refunding money, I don't have to read meaning into it.
No,
Refund is...
MFA, the issue is this. Miracles and what's the name of that man?
Gerald? Yes.
Okay. So Gerald is being investigated alongside Miracles. All right. Gerald probably might have accepted that, okay, the case that I am being investigated on, I am guilty. So I don't probably need to wait. All right. This is money I took illegally. Let me refund it. That one is not coming with anybody instructing you, a court asking you to pay. All right, or EOCO asking you to pay. You understand? But the statement does not provide that clarity in there. All that the statement provided is that on the part of Gerald, he has started paying?
Voluntarily.
Okay, that's fine. All right. So it is equally assumed that maybe he feels that this money that I took was illegal. So let me refund it willingly. All right. Okay. Then on the part of Miracles, that voluntary action has not come. All right. Maybe the conversations is still ongoing. And I want to probably know that, is it the case that Miracles has not accepted, or he feels that I didn't take any money? Okay, of which case then investigations must go on until probably a charge is preferred against him, a court order comes, or he's found guilty, and then the next line of action is taken. I want to assume again that, you see, when people are charged with corruption, we are living in a country where nobody should hold brief for anybody charged with corruption until probably the final case is settled. Then we will know as to whether the person was guilty or not. So if you want to go in defense of that person, then you know how to defend the person. My only issue has to do with the bond, the bail bond, not just about Miracles, but the previous arrest. Okay. For me, I feel that some of these amounts are in excess and seems to be of a punishment, a political kind of punishment more than, any other thing. Mm-hmm. And I feel that, you see, if in the case of Miracles, he is under investigation, he had traveled and is coming back. He knows he is under investigation. He traveled, he came back. Arrested, probably because, like the statement is saying, that he was not allowed to travel outside the country. Am I right? Okay. So it is assumed again that he flouted, the conditions of which he is being investigated. I think that the letter stated that he's not allowed to travel outside the country.
No, the letter doesn't say that.
The letter does not say that. The letter says that he's visited EOCO office a few times. Yeah. Moving forward, the EOCO had decided that they were going to stop any form of travel which will impede their investigation, whatever investigation, which form and shape that investigation is going to take, we don't know.
That clause had not come.
At the time that he was visiting, going and coming.
And at the time that he traveled, that order has still not come.
They had issued it by the time he was already out of the country, per the statement.
Okay, so that also begs a question. All right, because if you had issued a letter in his absence, when he's not even aware that he has no permission to travel, it also begs that question.
I don't know whether you will know until you have been told.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So he didn't know.
Yes.
As at the time he was traveling. All right. Only for him to come. You understand? Okay. So you have been picked. That's okay. Again, you have been placed in custody for about how many hours?
48 hours.
48 hours. And this is the third day.
And counting.
And still counting. And you know what it means is that 50 million Ghana cedis. All right. In dollar terms, it's not easy. And how do you even get people to come with that asset, you know, to stand as sureties for you?
Which asset is worth 50 million Ghana cedis, sir?
You never know.
No, we know. We are in a panel. Which asset?
It's how many sureties?
2 to be justified. So,
To be
200 million Ghana cedis. So individual 50 million.
No.
Yes.
No. That is
3 sureties, 2
It's
to
not
be
true.
justified.
Individual, that'll be a double.
Three individuals, 2 to be justified.
Yes.
So each surety should have 50 million
It's not
Ghana
true.
cedis. That is what it
The
is.
2 together should be 50 million.
No.
I
lawyers are there.
listened to Atacha yes at night.
But brother,
I listened to Atacha.
He's saying that 2 sureties to be justified. So each person should bring.
It's not true.
But what's the norm? What's the norm? We'll go to the norm.
The value is 50 million.
Of the bill.
So what do you get?
The value. Usually it's a value of the
So
bill.
let's say the value is 50 million.
Yes.
2 to be justified, right? So 25 million Ghana cedis.
Each.
Which property is worth 25 million Ghana cedis?
You don't have a property worth 25.
Which property? What house is worth 25?
You don't.
Okay,
You
let's
What
not
house
digress.
in Ghana is worth
Let's not
25 million?
digress.
energy expert. You don't have.
Director,
Energy expert. You don't have.
Let's stop this.
The money is plenty. I'm
Thank you.
Director will offer us one. So for now on this table we have one surety.
Me?
Yes.
Doc,
Why you was enjoying it?
That is your friend.
Doc, do you recognize that? Do you recognize that when a body is investigating you, every day when they come across new information, the twist and turn of the investigation changes?
Yes.
Okay.
I understand.
Okay.
All right. So my issue that I'm a bit confused about is you are setting a condition which the person is not aware, the person wasn't around, you know.
No, for the condition when you are arrested, and your charges are read to you.
No, it's not about that one. I mean the
Bail bond.
the limitation not to travel. The condition not to travel.
Okay.
You know.
It's not new.
Oh no, I know it is not new.
Every
But
criminal
the issue
case.
is that-
Mostly,
Yes.
you would
Every
only know when
criminal
you're
case.
about to travel.
Yes.
Mostly, because
So-
it's a stop order.
So Emefa, he traveled before that condition was set.
Everything was fine. The investigation body didn't have anything to want to prevent him.
Exactly. So the issue that they didn't know he was traveling, you know, I feel that wasn't necessary in the first place. For me, like I said, the bail bond, all right, and so that's what I'm trying to look at.
Okay.
And for me, I think that we should rather look for means of tying people, you know, to investigations, rather than coming up with such huge amounts. Because then it feels like you are trying to punish people, you know, and bring in some level of hardship to these individuals, you know, rather than getting into the rare substance of the issue, right? I feel that this human freedom is important. And I think that other people have said that Miracle is not a threat. He is not somebody who, as it were, can run away. We understand. We probably, or EOCO may be doing some of these things because some people had traveled and didn't come back, even under the permission of courts. All right. But then I feel that if these things should continue, then it means that Ghana as a country, EOCO as an institution, is not learning. All right. So we need to, as it were, ensure that, look, freedom is important, human rights is important, and we need to respect, you know, the human rights laws. Beyond that, I feel that individuals' dignities, you know, should be respected as well.
Okay.
And so,
Now, what's your take on political parties marching to investigating bodies demanding release and all of that? Interestingly, when I was hearing the chants release, I never heard about a Gerald up here.
Yeah, so you see, this is the issue.
Yeah?
It is, or it has become a norm.
Okay.
Okay, looking at the history of some of these things, it has become a norm.
Okay.
All right, so, but for me and where I stand,
Your major concern is the bail bonds.
I am actually not for issues when people would demonstrate and get to, in fact, at the time of the NDC, when NDC was in opposition, and they were using some of these tools, I was highly against it. And I am not going to change my position on that. All right?
Okay.
Yes. So, like I said,
do you take into consideration the fight against corruption on this issue?
The fight
against corruption. Do you take into consideration?
Yes. I mean, obviously, I stated it.
He started
it. That's what I started with.
Yeah.
And you are saying this?
Saying what?
How do we fight corruption?
On what? That we cannot fight corruption without arrest, without...
A lawyer has corrected us. It's each 50 million each.
It's not.
50 million
A lawyer has
it's not.
The surety.
Yes, a lawyer just corrected
That's fine
us.
then. Well,
A lawyer, are you a lawyer? A lawyer who's watching just corrected us.
That's fine.
Your own lawyer who went there.
My brother,
lawyer
on national television. You said something.
I am saying
somebody who's watching has
please,
to say
I will not take any misinformation.
The two sureties each should have.
Is it in his case?
It's not true.
Is it in his case?
He's saying
or
that
generally?
when there are two sureties to be justified, each has to come with properties worth the value.
It's misinformation.
Yes.
I will not take
we are on national television.
I'll look it up.
I am saying that Atacha yesterday said that
my brother,
the two to be justified, all of them put together to be.
Public information.
We have just been corrected on national television.
So Atacha was wrong.
I'm not saying that, but we've just been corrected.
Then if Atacha was wrong, then I take it.
I'll look it up. Thank you.
So, Emefa,
let me just wonder.
I don't subscribe to corruption. All right, I don't. In any shade or form. All right. So that's why earlier on, I made that point clear. Director, I made it clear. All right. My issue is that the sum or the amount of money, which are placed on the heads of people, as bail bonds, is where I think that as a nation, EOCO as an institution must revise and probably look out for certain strict measures, procedures, structures, put them in place to ensure that people who are under investigations will not run away and become a problem, to us. All right, that is where I am coming from. And that is where I end my submission.
Okay.
Before you go to the next, do you remember last week what happened?
Which one?
You remember the Hanan issue? And we said that we'll come back this week.
Which one? Which part?
When Hanan was arrested, you remember there was an outstanding issue whereby the reason why he was picked up. They released him without any statement.
Yeah, I think
no statement was given for arresting.
I think I had a conversation with you guys on Tuesday. Then there was a Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So I think that issue must have been dealt with.
Yes, but there was no statement.
Which one?
By
Which one?
Hanan.
No, yes, no.
Whenever I say PENDREAM TV, PENDREAM TV there, I see them, yopo.